Okay, this is a quick review and overview of my new MacBook Aluminum, 2 gigahertz. It has a 160 gigabyte hard drive, and it has a NVIDIA 9400 graphics card with 256 megabytes of video RAM. Some things I've just noticed, some negative things. First off is the actual aluminum coating. I've noticed that it attracts like the grease or the acid that actually is found on the hands quite a bit, and even after wiping it off, as you can see this laptop has been wiped, they still leave an indentation in the aluminum, and I really don't know how to get it off. It's quite annoying. You notice it on the inside and all over. With this laptop I use a plastic cooling pad, and on the plastic cooling pad I actually noticed some of the aluminum rubbing off on the plastic cooling pad, and it hasn't even been moved around much. It just sits there. I haven't rubbed it around. I have 4 computers. This is the least used of them, and this one is showing more wear than any other computer that I've had. That's my only gripe. I don't know if there's some sort of coating I can put on here, such as wax, but I really need some help with this. This is not good at all. Just in case there's somebody who's never seen the new one, on the right side we have the super drive. On the front side we have the infrared port for the remote. Then we have the sleep status LED. It's a bunch of laser cut holes. It's not just one LED. On the left side, they've gotten rid of the FireWire, which I really didn't care about because I don't use it. But you still have the MagSafe port, Ethernet, only 2 USB ports, which is kind of sad compared to my netbook, which is only 8.9 inches, has 3 USB ports. We have the new mini display port, which is kind of proprietary. No other company uses that. It's not a standard. We have a microphone and a headphone, both with digital in and digital outs. We have a solid lock. It's just surrounded by solid aluminum in the unibody. The unibody consists of the top of the keyboard and the sides. The entire bottom is removable. I believe you remove 4 screws on the bottom to access the RAM. The other portion, you just need to push up this little tab, and this aluminum plate comes out to give you access to the battery. The battery is not screwed in. You just pull this tab, which I'm not going to do because this laptop is still on. You do, however, have to remove 1 screw to remove the hard drive. Compared to the previous generation MacBook, it is kind of harder to get to the RAM. Actually, there's more than 4 screws. I believe there's 9 screws or 8 screws. You have to remove this entire panel, and that's the only gripe. Is the RAM is harder to get to, and somewhat this aluminum coating is not holding up as well as I thought it would. I think the plastic coating is a little more resilient. Still a great notebook. It's just I wish the coating wasn't as bad. We open it up. We see the large touchpad. I don't actually know if this is glass or not, but it doesn't feel like it. It definitely feels better than the previous generation. The previous generation had a good feeling touchpad, but compared to this, it feels like sandpaper. This is smooth. I've already gotten used to the touch quick thing, which I don't use because I've enabled it to just tap like I would in my Windows PC. To right click, I just hold 2 fingers down or press the right corner. Both corners are programmable. This does not have the backlit keyboard, but since I purchased this less than 30 days ago, I'm thinking about upgrading to the 2.4 gigahertz processor, which comes with the backlit keyboard, just because I need the extra hard drive space, and probably I'm going to need the processing power once I put Final Cut on this laptop. If you noticed, I don't think you can see much, but on the previous generation MacBook, the speakers were located on the sides of the hinge. Now they are under the keyboard. You can actually hear them quite well, even though they're under the keyboard. They have a very rich, full-range sound. They don't sound hollow at all, but they're not going to rock the room either. They're probably the second best laptop speakers that I've heard, the best being with my Toshiba with the Harman Kardon speakers. These definitely don't go as low or as loud as these, but these are definitely very, very good speakers. Another little, well, it's not really a gripe, but this is technically, I don't believe that this is glass, simply because, I don't know if you've seen this in other videos, but glass doesn't press in like plastic. I believe that this is some sort of really, really hard plastic. I mean, it's more resilient than other covers that they usually put on laptops, but I believe this is some sort of hard plastic rather than glass, which is probably good, because if you drop this, you would want plastic rather than glass, have the whole screen shatter. It's a very good notebook. There's not much difference between this and the previous generation, except for the touchpad, the speakers, and the graphics card. And also the cooling. This notebook doesn't get very hot, even though I still put it on a cooling pad to protect it. With the new vent design at the back and the new aluminum body, it stays a lot cooler. And also the LED Apple sign is a lot brighter on the newer one. The LED backlit display is very, very thin compared to most notebooks. And the actual body of this is a little bit shorter than the previous generation.